So the PIL is a tool by which any aggrieved citizen can reinforce their fundamental right in this democracy. But has this method been badly used, misused, or used as an instrument of blackmail?
When PIL started in this country, it was definitely a game changer because people who could not access court themselves or people who didn't know about their rights, people came on their behalf and started PILs, because of which, a lot of innocent people, a lot of poor people, a lot of people who were being suffering various kind of abuses were given relief. Now, when the PIL jurisdiction traveled into the environmental jurisdiction, I think that's where the blackmailing jurisdiction started. A lot of environmental cases are also genuinely fought when you will see people, of an area fighting for a particular issue with regard to their environment and what is being done by the authorities or by some industry of polluting the environment. But when you see somebody, a busybody, wanting to say something against a industry, then there is definitely a inquiry should be done of finding out the bona fides. Now there are, of course, shades of that as well. If there is an illegality, then regardless of the bona fides, that illegality should not be perpetuated. So that's one part. And that distinction should also always be kept in mind. Who has brought the PIL for that issue should not be, relevant if the issue that he has brought in is genuinely of, large public concern. But if the issue is borderline, or if somebody is singled out, if there are supposing 10 industries and you file a PIL against only one of them where all 10 are defaulting, then there is something wrong. And the only way you can continue with that kind of a PIL is to rope in all 10 if it is something egregiously wrong happening in that area, or not, or reject the PIL completely. Because today now I see a lot of institutions, so-called voluntary institutions, NGOs, jumping in the PIL bandwagon, not for poor people's relief, not for the downtrodden, not for people who are victims, but for making a claim with regard to some industry violating the law. And I think slowly courts are also getting sensitive to this, and they are trying to separate these kind of biased and motivated PILs. In fact, many high courts have framed rules also for this purpose, but it is still being misused quite rampantly, and it's a day has come to rethink on the PIL jurisdiction to see that whether the PIL is being used for a bona fide purpose or whether it is used only for the purpose of wreaking some vengeance, or by a rival industry who wants that new industry to not come up, or in many cases even by foreign companies, who are standing to lose because of an industry coming up in India, or a port coming up in India. So I think courts have to be extremely careful in entertaining PILs now, and only look at the very genuine ones and say that the rest should be entertained only if there is a private interest and if somebody has a grievance with regard to what is happening, rather than entertaining them in the PIL jurisdiction.